Here we have an NAC-3 Autopilot computer that came in for repair. The board looks something like this. What's this? When was the last time I worked on something like this? Never. What's the NAC-3 Autopilot computer? Anytime I'm working on something, I like to know what I'm working on. So I went and did some research. Looks like it's about $2,000, $2,500. It says here, computer is recommended for boats over 10 meters. High current drive pumps. So it's a device used for boats. Good to know. But why is this here? Let's read what the customer wrote. Clutch engagement is not working. It's supposed to output 12 volts even though supply is 24 volts when autopilot is engaged. My boat gives this device 24 volts DC. Output on motor sol 1 and 2 works okay. Multimetered it and wraps up to 26 volts, same as supply. Also didn't get a SIMnet green light, so not sure what could be wrong, if anything. Okay, so I mean, all we can do right now is look at the board. I do not have a boat, not yet, and I do not know how this device works or what the customer is talking about, but he said something about it's supposed to output 12V even though supply is 24V when autopilot is engaged. Before we start the video, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor PCBWay. PCBWay is a China Shenzhen-based PCB manufacturer and printed circuit board assembler with more than a decade in the field of PCB prototype and fabrication. They offer a wide variety of services including 3D printing, CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, and much more. PCBWay is committed to meeting all your PCB needs. They offer quality, on-time delivery, and competitive pricing. 1 to 2 layer boards starts at $5 with 24 hours turnaround. Get an instant quote by visiting PCBWay.com or click on the link below and make sure to check them out. All right, I mean, all I can do at this point is look at the board. Visual inspection, we're gonna look at the board, we're gonna see if there's anything obvious. Maybe we can randomly measure components. If we're able to figure it out, great. If not, then we're gonna have to send it back to the customer. I never worked on this device before. It does not mean that this device cannot be fixed, but we do not have circuit diagrams for this device. We do not have board diagrams for this device. I do not know how to power on and test this device. So it's one of those devices where it's a hit and miss. If we find anything wrong with visual inspection, any component blown or burned, then we can fix it if we know what that component is. But otherwise, if everything looks clean, like we see now, then bummer. Too bad. Is this liquid or? No. It's an overcoat for liquid protection. And right now, absolutely do not know what's going on with the board. I did see a fuse that we can measure. We can randomly go over caps, but I highly doubt that we're gonna have any issues with the caps. I mean, that's a powerful board. Handles a lot of current. So usually it's the big components that go bad and not the tiny ones. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at this. Where is it? I saw something. Look at this. Wow. That's the input, voltage input here. Maybe I can show it to you on camera. Look at the burn. Right there. We have plus minus, sol 1, sol 2, and sol ground. 5 connections. And right at this point, we have a huge burn mark. That's the only thing that I was able to find on this board, and the back looks clean. I do not see any burn marks on the back. Board looks absolutely clean. But the only thing I noticed on this board was this burn mark. And it's not just any burn mark, it actually cut the connection between the bottom part and the top part. Look at this. The connection is broken. Wow. I mean, that's a good thing because we can work on this repair. We work on it, then what? Then we send it to the customer. Then what? Then we move on to the next device. How are you going to test it? We can't. We're going to do our job and send it back to the customer. I mean, like I said, on those boards, I highly doubt we're going to have any issues with any one of the SMD capacitors. Very, very unlikely. And the board looks clean. We do not even see a burn mark on back of the board, so the burn is on the surface. High current. Something happened. I do not know what happened, but we have a broken line. We may have to cut this piece with a blade. The top here, this top cap. Cap as in cover and not a capacitor. We're going to prepare the pads, and I'm using a very big tip, but it's okay, we need it. The area is a bit tight, but what can you do? I just want to extend the blob all the way front to back. Just like that. We want to do a good solid job. We do not want the boat to be stranded, right? I cannot guarantee that. So I have a wire here, a very thick wire for the job. Not a thick wire to the naked eye, but a thick wire for the job. Maybe we can double up on that wire. Beautiful. That's one solid connection. Nice and clean. Beautiful. We did an amazing job. Right, we are done. Final result right here. That yellow cap right over it, under the power connector and above this yellow component. All right, we're gonna invoice and mail this back to the customer. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video.